What's going on, guys? I want to make a quick shop tip video to show you a very cheap and simple way of making a very effective belt splitter for your 2x72 inch belts, or really any kind of 2-inch wide belts that you're interested in splitting down to 1-inch wide. And that's useful for things like surface grinders that are converted to belts, if you got a 1-inch contact wheel on that, or if you use a 1-inch contact wheel on your grinder, or even doing slack belt grinding if you're interested in getting into some tighter corners and radii. Sometimes it's helpful to split your belts, and not only do you get 2 belts for the price of 1, but it gives you a little bit more versatility on tighter corners and things like that. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Just got a couple of 1, 2, 3 blocks like this one, and if you guys aren't familiar with these, they're just kind of a machinist setup block, 1 inch thick by 2 inches wide by 3 inches long. They've often got several holes drilled across the face and the sides, some being tapped, usually for a 3/8 threaded bolt, and some not tapped. But all kinds of things you can do with these, from setups to using on your drill press, your milling machine, or in this case, making a quick belt splitter. And being 1 inch wide a piece, that gives you your 2 inches, obviously, for your 2-inch wide belt. And then the only other thing besides that are a couple of scrap pieces of G10. This could be any kind of flat stock as long as it's flat and rigid, such as micarta, G10, carbon fiber, mild steel, aluminum, really anything you got lying around. Again, as long as it's flat and rigid, just to give you a little bit of overhang on the sides to guide your belt across. That's really all you need. And then I got 2 5/16 diameter bolts, a couple of washers, and a couple of nuts, just to pull everything together and do a nice little sandwich here. And then in the middle, you got the cutting blade, which is nothing more than a box cutter razor blade. Very cheap, very sharp, and does a trick for this belt splitter. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can see just kind of all sandwiches together. I made this so that the bottoms kind of flush up real nice, so I could set that down on my workbench and get everything lined up real easy. Stick the blade in just between the bolts, where you got a little bit hanging out of the top there, and then tighten it up and you're good to go. Now I found that it's easier to just chuck it up into the vise. That'll give you one hand on either side to kind of guide and pull the belt through. And then it's very quick and very easy just to pull a 2-inch belt over the blade and split it right in half. And here's 2 different belts I did. You can see it's very clean, very even. And for the money, it's very hard to beat. So come over something like that. Obviously, you have the other half on the other side. Once you pull through everything, including the splice, which is the hardest part to cut, you'll have your 2 pieces ready to go. So that's it, guys. Just a real quick shop tip on a cheap and effective way to make a belt splitter. Now, you can buy these at a couple of the knife supply houses. I know USAKnifemaker.com has one that they've had made for them. It's very nice. It's very well machined, block of aluminum with a razor blade sandwiched in the middle. That's replaceable. And it looks like a very nice piece of equipment, but it is a little pricey for my tastes. I think it's about $40 to $45, not including shipping. And just a little bit more than I wanted to spend at the time for a belt splitter. So I think this works just about as well, although it may not be as pretty. It'll definitely get the job done and keep you working. So that's it, guys. Any questions, leave them below. Comments are appreciated. Thanks for watching.